Willie D Live.
What's up, family? You're not going to believe this one. Former President Barack Obama visited Canada and MAGA lost their minds. Yeah, fam. They said Barack went to Canada as part of a coup and that he should be arrested. Right now, they're trying to get Donald Trump, your president, to arrest Barack Obama for visiting Prime Minister Mark Carney. Yeah, this is a little footage of them visiting. That's the visit. That's his wife right there, Diane. Yeah, that's just, So what were they meeting about? Well, they were meeting to talk democracy, economic opportunities, peace, unity, and U.S.-Canada relations. Now, why is MAGA so up in arms with Barack Obama? See, Trump and Mark Carney has a troubled relationship right now. So everybody Trump hates, they want every American to hate. Now, I find it interesting that Jared Kushner, Donald Trump's son-in-law, can go and visit the UAE, and anybody else that he wants to, he can go visit Putin and anybody else. And America's supposed to be mad at Putin right now, but on and off, they got a love-hate relationship, Putin and Trump. But they're supposed to be mad at Russia, and Russia has always been our sworn enemy. Canada has always been our friend. But you're mad at a former president for visiting an ally, a friend of the U.S., who's been a friend of the U.S. for decades and decades and decades. But it's cool for the president's son-in-law to go and visit a foreign leader. Can anybody make this make sense? I thought that's what foreign presidents do. They go around the world and they travel the globe and be diplomatic, all in the name of democracy, freedom, alliances, go around, for America, like every past president has pretty much been an ambassador for the United States globally, right? Jimmy Carter visited over 140 countries in his time after being the president of the United States. He traveled, they used to have this group called the Elders, and he was part of that group. They would go around and try to solve world problems, right? Jimmy Carter visited like he's spoken with dozens and dozens of leaders and heads of state, including in the Korean Peninsula and the Middle East. And it was no problem. I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. They like to control Black bodies. They love trying to control Black bodies. They want us to hate whatever they hate and love whatever they love, despite the fact that they do not love us or care for us at all. Well, they care for us in any way that they can use us. This is the only reason why they really want us around. It's like, we want you around when we need to use you, but otherwise, shut up. Shut up, stay in your place. We'll call you when we need you. That's the relationship with Blacks in America. It's like they want us, they love us around when they can use us, when it's convenience. They want us around for convenience purposes, when it's convenient. But when it's not convenient, they have black fatigue, so to speak. Remember when Gaddafi tried to give Louis Farrakhan, the minister, all that money? I think it was, I can't remember, it was like 10 billion or something like that. And they told the minister he couldn't have it. Gaddafi was trying to give Minister Farrakhan the money so that he could help black people in America. And the United States said, no, you can't do that, because they're not going to do it, and they definitely don't want somebody else doing it. They don't do it because they say they ain't got the money. Where the money gonna come from? So when we get the money, they say, no, you still can't do it. That is because they love the idea of black suffering. They love the idea of black people being dependent on them so that they can control how much we get. Here, take this, and that's it. You know, they love the idea of controlling the purse strings and being in control of the ceiling, right? That's what the problem is. They don't want Barack to travel as a free human being, as an American with free will, because he is a black man. This ain't never been a problem, presidents meeting foreign dignitaries. It's never been a problem. From Bush to Reagan to Jimmy Carter to every president you can think of, that's never been a problem with them meeting foreign dignitaries, especially ones who have been considered allies to America. Even if there is a little tension between Canada and America, we ain't at war. So how is that treason? How is that an arrestable offense? It's not. This is them trying to bully Barack Obama. This is them trying to control the black man once again. That's what this is about. It ain't about nothing else. I don't give a damn what you say. It ain't about nothing else. They think Trump can run for a third term. Well, guess what? I'd love to see Barack run. If he jumps out there like that, I'd love to see Barack run just to piss him off. And I'm not saying this as a big Barack Obama supporter or something. I was a Barack Obama supporter in his first term. I really was pulling. I was like, well, you know, he can only do so much. He can only do so much. This second term, though, he gonna get him. I'm gonna be counting on him. I'm looking for him to do some things in the second term. And the second term was pretty much a lot like the first term. But I do get it that the Republicans, they blocked. They blocked him. At every turn, they was blocking. They did a lot of blocking. But what I can't get over is the fact that Barack Obama he played quarterback. He quarterbacked the Muammar Gaddafi assassination. Muammar Gaddafi was a friend of black people. And Barack Obama got that on his record, and that's something he can't take off his record. And that right there, fam, for that, I can never forgive him for that. But at the same time, I understand politics. And I do know that if he ran for office, he would slam Trump on his head. I know that for a fact. So that's why I said what I said while Trump was running for office. I said anybody but Trump, because I knew that Trump was gullible. I knew that Trump would do anything for money and power. I knew that he was the one that they would be able to flip. I knew that he didn't have any class, any coolness about himself. I knew that he didn't know proper decorum. I knew that. So I was like, I don't want to see this dude and hear this dude and his antics on a daily basis. All of them are going to follow the overall agenda of America, whatever that agenda is, even if it includes murdering a foreign dignitary. They're all going to follow the agenda. But I just didn't want to hear this dude, see his face every day, look at him, listen to him, insult people on a daily basis, specifically Americans, all day, every day. That's what you get from him. Insulting Americans. His biggest enemies are in America. Let him tell it. So let me get this straight, family. MAGA wants to arrest a former president for visiting another country, but won't arrest the current one who has been convicted 34 felonies. And you know something else, family? The fact that they keep calling Barack Obama Hussein, Barack Obama, nobody ever mentions presidents' middle names. They always just call them first and last name. But because of not Osama bin Laden, but Hussein, what's his name? The guy named Saddam Hussein. Because of Saddam Hussein and it having, a Muslim name and all of that stuff, they say Hussein as a dig at Barack Obama. They say his full name to try to sow more seeds of hatred when his name is mentioned, right? That's what that's about. This is what Mark Carney said on his official Instagram page about Barack Obama's visit. Welcome back to Canada, President Barack Obama. Thank you for joining. I'm laughing at him, the fact that he said President Barack Obama. I know Trump, man. I know he read it. And when he read it, he was looking like this. Thank you for joining us in Toronto for important conversations on how we can build a better and more just future and empower more people to build with us. What's wrong with that? Everything to an uncivilized mutt. No more talk.